Silence. I'm on live.
Yeah, I need a.
I'm on.
I need a
Hi, Star
Hey, I'm on live. Mom, you can't. Y'all can't watch. Oh my God. Guys, I'm on live. Y'all can't watch it.
Yeah, you say watch it, but you gotta take the sound down.
Brooke, say hi to the Star family. And when I say that, can they hear me? And you also have to turn your volume down.
They can hear you.
Live.
I'm on now.
Say hi, Star family. Say hi, Star family.
Hey, Star family.
She has an audience today.
Here's a full house today.
She's a studio audience.
I have a studio audience.
We get together.
Whoa! I have a studio audience, and please keep in mind they've watched the episode, so they will be commenting. Oh, Lord. It sounded like the Super Bowl in here, the way they were screaming. Oh my God.
Pop some champagne.
Why?
No, our neighbors are going to think that something happened. Like y'all were screaming.
It sounded like the Super Bowl in here. Let's get right into it. Thank you all so much for being here. I love
Hey, studio audience, love y'all.
Hey, Star Family, thank you so much for joining me again for yet another Love Island Games Live. If you are new here, just know that I first do my review and my thoughts of this episode for about 30 or so minutes. I, chat, give my opinion. And then after that, I talk to the Star Family. I bring up people, we talk or whatever. And we do that until I feel like it. So there was one time, I think we were on here for 4 hours. So I don't know if that's going to happen tonight, but I'm just saying. So for the first 30 minutes of this live, it will be my review. And then after we get into the chat. So if you are the replay gang and you're watching this after the live, just know and I have to take these off. It's too much for me. Just know that the live is probably 2, 3, or maybe 4 hours, but the review is just the first 30. Thank you so much for being here.
And the lip gloss is popping. Okay.
Pat McGrath, I'm telling you, she never steers you wrong. Pat McGrath is on my birthday list, guys, so just so you know.
Yeah, my birthday's first.
I love
You don't do Pat McGrath, though.
But
you do Fashion Fair, and that's okay.
I don't do no daggone Fashion Fair.
What do you do? What do you do? There's nothing wrong with Fashion Fair.
No, there's not. But I don't do Fashion Fair. But where is my Nick?
What do you do? Oh, I got to get the lip gloss.
No,
it's in my room.
My Nick that we bought.
You know, it's in my room.
Well, wait, where? You asking her that online?
Yes, because I can't.
She's been wondering.
I've asked her several times.
NikkiStar, I will say this. Mommy's birthday is first. So before you get to your birthday, Mommy's birthday is in a few days. So just
keep that in mind.
Be on top of that.
Be on top of it.
You see how they treat me? Let's get into it. First of all, this is like later in the episode, but I have to talk about it. Not Johnny talking about some people act like they're untouchable. It's you, Johnny. You are the one who is running this game and acting like you're untouchable. But I have to say this. I can't stand that no neck demon, but he is playing the game. I cannot get mad at him, Johnny. I can't get mad at him. If these grown men want to be played by him, then let it be so. I will say, I see that Justine is taking a softer approach now because she realized that these girls are male-centered and she won't be able to start an alliance or, fight back with them. So I think, again, I was a little confused by her actions on the last episode, but now I'm thinking this is just strategy. I think she's now starting to act like the damsel in distress because she sees that can get you far because she realizes there's no winning with these women. And that's unfortunate, but good strategy for her. She's smart. She's been here before. She knows how to play the game. I hope we see our girl in the end. I love how in this episode, the losing team is like, how did we lose? I love the fact that they're all questioning that because Justine was just like, me and Josh, I did not think that we would be dead last. Like she was just like everybody was talking like something is not right. So I wouldn't be surprised if later on they all start questioning the yellow balloon and how no matter how fast you got there, it still didn't pop. I really, really like that everybody was questioning the loss because it did not make sense to them. Well, at least the losing team, because it did not make sense to them. So the winning team, the doofuses, they have picked their people that they believe that they want to duel. And so they sit there and they're going back and forth about who they're going to pick. Gotta give it to Tariq. Gotta give it to Tariq. I can't stand him, but I gotta give it to Tariq because as soon as Andrea put Justine up and was just like, she's good, she's powerful, we got to get her out, and everybody was just like, no. She's just like, no, we have to. She is a powerful person. We have got to get her out the game. Tariq said, no, I have a connection with Justine. Bingo. Take her out. Bingo. Take her out. And that was the last time they discussed Justine. Right. Now I'm gonna give him his 10s for that. I don't like him. I think that she could do better. I don't want my girl to have a toxic relationship. But if he's gonna protect her like this, he's all right with me. He's all right with me. He said, take her out. And there was nothing else. We didn't discuss my girl again. Period. That's how you gotta do it. So anyway, the doofuses picked their people. They picked the two girls that they want to duel and the two boys that they want to duel after each other. I knew it was going to be Josh because at the end, the last conversation that we saw was them talking about Casey and Kendall. And I was like, nah, Josh is going in because y'all are not going to let us know who is being picked before they actually get to do the kiss of death. So they all go out and they act like the rest of the team, the rest of the cast didn't know that they all disappeared at the same time. And as soon as they came out, I think Nicola was just like, you guys were plotting. Like everybody knew that something was going on. So they get out there. Toby walks up to Garby and she hugs him on the side, and she's like, oh, hey, baby, how are you? And he kisses her on the forehead. And then we get the confessional of Toby. And he's like, little does she know that was the kiss of death because she will be dueling tomorrow. And I felt so bad for Garby because they will not give her a break. The girls want her gone. The girls do not want to compete against Garby or Justine, and I hate it for them. The alliance is the frail white women. Those are the only ones who are allied up. The sisters, they're donezo. They're going to be dueling forever, and I just feel so bad for them, especially my girl Garby. So then we find out that Garby is the first girl that's going to go into the duel because Toby lets us know in his confessional. And then after this, they all start hanging out at the fire pit. Johnny goes over to Nicola, says hi to her and kisses her on the cheek. And he's just like, she will be dueling. I was not happy about Garby dueling, but when I saw Nicola, I said, if anybody could take her out, it's Garby. And she was on my list. My list, they knocking them off. Thank you, Johnny. So anyway, so we now know from the kiss of death that Garby and Nicola will be dueling against each other. Then Lucinda kisses Josh. And I was just like, of course. The boys have an opportunity to get out one of the strongest men in here. No way are they letting that slide for Andrea. So so Lucinda kisses Josh. And Gabby kisses Kendall. And I'm like, oh my goodness, Garby and Kendall again. But it is what it is. This is how the game is played. So we see a clip of Andrea when they were all, when the super squad, I think that's what their name is, when they were Power Squad, when they were all talking about who they want to send in. And you see Andrea saying, no, I'm coupled up with him. Like, I don't want to do that. That's not fair. Then we see her being like, I was outnumbered and it's not fair and it sucks because, me and Josh, we can never really catch a break. And I feel so bad. I hate this. I'm going to say this, that win with the Power Squad, that win has changed her. She is like the madam now of this team. She is acting so different because the fact that there was not a tear shed, the fact that there was like little emotion, she was like, this just sucks. I may not be seeing Josh anymore. Like she just is a very different person now after this win. And I'm like, Josh, I hope you clock it. I hope you clock it because I thought Andrea was here for love. I was upset with her because I was like, girl, you need to play for the money. I now see Andrea differently. Andrea is playing for that money. She has a very covert strategy And I think it may get her to the end because I don't think that Josh is clocking it. I'm hoping he is, but I do not think that he's going to be able to clock it until maybe after he sees the show later on. But I will say I was a little concerned with how much she didn't really, from what we saw, it was not a lot of fighting for him. And then like after they all left, she was like, cool. So there wasn't any like real, like, oh, I'm sick. I can't believe this. There wasn't any real defeat there, right? Or it just didn't look like she put up a fight. And then afterwards, even in her confessional, it was just like, it just felt like she was just minorly inconvenienced. It didn't really feel like she was losing somebody that she really wanted to be with outside of this. I feel like if it was Josh, I think he would have had a bit more emotion.
No, because when she was up for the block, he was not fighting for her.
Yes, he was.
When
Josh, every time they took Andrea from him, he was visibly upset. Mom, Andrea did not care. Did not care.
I didn't say she cared.
Anyway,
because
you acting like you want a power squad.
Period. I was tired.
So anyway, as I finish my statement, all I have to say is nasty work. Because not only did she not shed a tear, not only was she not moved emotionally, she was hugged up with this man in bed. Like there was like no difference within her. She was just like hugged up with him, not shaken in any way, knowing good and well that he is going to duel tomorrow. I just felt like, for me, there needed to be a bit more. I just needed her to be upset a bit more. I need not even a bit more, just at all. I needed her to be a bit shaken, but there was nothing. She was cool, calm, and collected. Interesting. So Lucinda says this, right? Because she's realizing that there's some kind of divide with the guys because after the duel, well, you know what? Let me take a pin in that. I'll get to that. So after all of this, they all get a text. And the text is, let's meet. I think it's let's meet over by the fire pit. So they all go and meet over by the fire pit. And then they all get a text. And they get a text, and the show exposes everything. The show says they were a power squad. They all had to sneak away, go in a bed. Like they let them know every step of this plan. They all had to decide 2 girls and 2 guys who were going to duel tomorrow, and they all had to pick the person by kissing them. So everybody was stunned. Like the losing team, they were sick. Everybody was just like, what? Oh, that's dirty. They're playing dirty. Like, oh, the losing team was disgusted. And so everybody was sat there and they all started thinking, like, who got kissed? Who got kissed? And they're all sitting there and they're just looking. And my baby Garby, she jumps up and she looks at Toby and she goes, you kissed me. And Toby goes, and she goes, you snake. Like she was heated. She was just like, I just did a duel. She was like, why would you do this to me again? She was so frustrated. And then Kendall is watching her spaz out and he starts looking around and he's like, who? And he's like, and he looks over at Gabby and she's like, this was so sad, but it was like, ugh. That was some sneaky, conniving work. And everybody all of a sudden started realizing, and Nicole was just like, Johnny, you kissed me. And Johnny was just like, like they did not know, like, what are you going to do? Be like, no, I didn't mean to do it. So Kendall is realizing this. Garby is pissed. She's still screaming. Nicole is like, acting like the little, toddler that she does. She's acting like that. And then Josh is sitting there. His eyes are getting bluer. And he goes, Lucinda, you kissed me. And Lucinda's like, oh, yeah, I had to do it. Oh, poor Josh. Like, as soon as he realized that, you could see his jaw like twitching. So you knew that he was holding like everything in, and he was just like, I'm not shocked, but that's dirty. But I'm like, you know what, Josh, I'm with you, but that is the game. And so then we have Isaiah, who is trying to play. Where is Zay? Then we have Zaya, who is trying to play middleman, right? So Josh and Kendall are talking to Isaiah. And he's just like, Josh is just like, yo, Kendall's just like, yo, we're supposed to be friends. And he was just like, listen, I got to be honest with you. And I would give this to Isaiah. He been honest with everybody from day one. He was just like, I got to be honest with you. I don't want to go against any of you guys. He was just like, Josh, if I have to go against you, I'm going to lose, man. So it's not like me trying to play friends or anything. He's just like me looking out for myself in the game. And Josh is like, you do know, right, that after they get rid of me, you're next. And Isaiah's just like, come on, man. So he's trying to appease both of them. While he's doing that, Johnny, Tyreek, and Toby are looking at him like, what is he doing? Why is he talking to them? Because I guess all of a sudden the Power Squad became an alliance. So now they're all moving very differently. And they're like, why is he talking to him? Why? And Johnny's just like, he cannot do that. Like, stop talking to him, right? And so as he's saying that, Lucinda, her confession, she's just like, oh my goodness, what is going on with the boys? I didn't know that the guys were like this. I didn't know the guys were so divided. And I'm just like, you didn't know anything because you are not playing the game. Like, the girls have no strategy. They are just out there looking dumb, looking like a stereotype. It is embarrassing watching these women play, aside from Garby and Justine. It is embarrassing. They have no strategy, no game plan. They're just waiting for the men that they're competing against to make the decision. And out of all people, y'all got Johnny running this game. Okay. Anyway, so she's just like, I can't believe that they're all divided. And I'm just like, of course you can't believe that, because you are not clocked into this game. Whatever the men tell you to do, you will do it. I thought Andrea was the madam of this squad. Is actually Lucinda. She is the one that they have absolute control over, and they can get her to do anything, even go against the women, which she has already. I want her out next. So anyway, as Zay is trying to play the middleman, he goes over and he walks away from Kendall and Josh, because it's not a win. It's like there's nowhere this conversation is going. He goes over, he walks up to the biracial brigade, and they're just like, you just can't be over there with them. Like, it's just not going to work. You gotta let it go. And Isaiah's just like, I'm the middleman. I'm trying to be friends with everybody. And they're like, that's not going to, you cannot do this in this game. And in his confessional, he's just like, I think me trying to be the middleman really messed me up. Here's the thing. And I said this on my last review. Isaiah has peaked this game. Josh, I don't think, told him anything new. I think that Isaiah knows that when Josh is gone and Kendall is gone, that he is absolutely next. So I think that he is really playing the best game that he can. But I think that Isaiah is very aware that when it's time, he will be going, because Johnny has him on his list as well. So here's the thing. Before we get there, I want to talk about Ty real quick. This was his most redeemable episode for me. The first thing was protecting Justine and not going back and forth with nobody. He said, no, she's not going in. Boom. And that was the end of discussion. Again, I'm going to give him his 10s. But also, I found myself agreeing with him, because when Isaiah was talking to Kendall and Josh, and he was just like, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad about anybody going in, about anybody dueling, about anybody going home. He said, it's a game, and you either play or get played. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Listen, it was brutal, but it's right. Like, he gets it. It is a game, and this is how it's supposed to be played. Everybody wants to do this like friendship island, and that's not going to get you to win. So we think. Again, we don't know how the remainder of this cast is going to decide who wins in the end, if they even do that again. But I have to agree with him. He was like, I don't feel sorry for anybody going home. It's a game. Player get played. He's right. He is right. I will give him that. Now let's come over here. I am so sick of Nicola in this child performance that she's doing. Because when she's talking to Justine, and we'll get to Justine. We'll get to Justine. So she's talking to Justine, and she's asking Justine, like, what does she think will be the challenge? And Justine is just like, well, I think it may be a duel. And Nicola goes, oh, really? Do you think that you could help me? Like a little child. And I'm like, you are 23 years old. Let's stop with this game of, I'm so innocent, I don't know anything. Like, please, it's enough. It's because we've seen how you talk when you're getting ready for battle. So this is not you. Let's stop the game. So anyway, Justine gives her some tips and tells her what to do and tells her how she can win a battle against Garby. Now, when I saw this scene, because she helped Nicole and gave her tips all the way to the end. When I saw this scene, it didn't sit well with me, Justine. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna give her grace again, because again, I think this is strategy, because she knows that America has a vote. She doesn't know how the vote is going to impact the game, but she knows that America has the vote, has some kind of vote. And she also knows how the Black girls were treated, especially the dark-skinned Black girls were treated last season on Love Island season 7. So I think she's very aware of that. And I think what she's doing is image control, right? So for her to be seen helping out the sweetheart of the show, I think that works in her favor, because although the Hitler Youth is not watching, the Hitler Youth's parents are watching, right? And so those people that informed those brains that harassed everybody last season, those are the ones who are watching the show. They probably have even worse views than their demonic children. So I think that she is playing the game in the smartest way she can. So I don't think she was helping Nicola to get Garby out of there, right? Because she doesn't know what the challenge is going to be. But I think she was very aware of the camera, and she was very aware of what her image is going to look like. Because her being like, no, I'm not helping you, I'm gonna go help Garby, that would not have worked in her favor. And I think she's very aware of that. So I'm gonna give her grace in that. I hope I'm right. Because I didn't like either of those scenes. I did not like her helping her. I did not like her saying, well, she's telling me I didn't like the tips or any of that. That bothered me. But I'm going to give her grace and say, I think that this is strategy, because she does not look like the same player she looked like last season. Yes, it's a different game and different people. And I think that's why she looks like a different person, because she has to play the game differently. But girl, you better wake up, because Andrea is on to you. Andrea knows who you are, because she even said when they were deliberating, she was like, she's been here before. She's already won this. She knows how to win. And I was like, ooh, shut up, Andrea. Shut up. But thankfully, Tariq said, nah, none of that. That's not going to happen. I will say, poor Joshy, he's questioning everything. Like when he sat, even Andrea, so when he sat down with her, he was just like, right before he had the duel, he was just like, do you want me to stay here? And she's like, of course I want you to stay here. Like, why would you even ask me that? And then in the confessional, because I think that it's clocking to him, right? I think that he's getting it. But in the confessional, he's just like, I'm going to go in and win this duel and get back to somebody that I really want to work on a relationship with. And I was like, oh, maybe he's not getting it. Maybe he's not realizing that this woman is potentially playing him. And listen, the crash out is going to be epic when he finally clocks it. Epic. So we finally are at the duel, and it got messy immediately, right? So Ariana is just asking the people who are, Garby and Nicola and Josh, just asking them how they feel about going into this duel, and Josh immediately exposes the biracial brigade. And he's just like, well, they want me out because I'm a strong player. And Ariana's just like, who wants you out? And he's like, well, Tyreek, Toby, and Johnny, they want me gone. So, I get it. They got a little alliance going on. And Toby, in his little smart mouth, he was just like, well, it's not just us. Isaiah is in it as well. And that was very strategic for Toby to do, because he knows that Toby knows that Josh and Isaiah had some sort of friendship. So if Josh got back in the game and tried to make an alliance, Toby killed any chances of that by letting Josh know that you think that we're in alliance and conspiring against you. So is Isaiah. So he is taking away whatever allyship that Josh probably would have had with Isaiah moving forward in the game. Very nasty move, but very, very smart move. And then you look at Isaiah, and Isaiah is just like, he's not saying, he's like, like, I don't know what to do. Like, I it's not anything personal. And then Isaiah and Josh start going back and forth. And then Tyreek is just like, don't let him get in your head, Nate. Don't let him get in your head. The boys are playing nasty, but it's good TV. It is good TV, because Isaiah was trying to explain himself and Tyreek shut it down. Don't let him get in your head, bro. A mess. So anyway, we get to the duel, and the first up is Garby and Nicola. Before this gets started, I'm like, Garby, take off that wig and take off them pearls and go after it, because Nicola is going home. Well, I wanted her to win. I want her to give Nicola a concussion.
That is not what happened.
That is not what happened.
Baby, Garby said, I'm not going home. I'm not going home. So they have this challenge where they're in this like huge mat, and there's a divider, and there's all these balls on the divider, like these weight training balls. They're like 5 pounds, like all the way up to like 10 or 20 pounds or something like that. And they have to throw them over. And whoever has the most balls on their side of the mat is the loser. So right out the gate, Garby, beast mode. She is throwing them. Nicola is running around just goofy. She running around getting the balls and throwing them. But as soon as she throws them, Garby throws them right over. So Garby wins the first round easy. That's why they scared of. Where's she at? That's why they scared. Where is my girl Garby? That's why they scared of her and her Spiegel catalog wig. They can't touch her. They can't touch her. So she wins the first round easy, right? So the next round, Nicola is starting to play like a little bit of defense. So now she pushes all the balls over so that Garby is to distract Garby. So Garby has to pick them up while Nicola is pushing them over. Really good strategy, right? But you have to be very alert and aware in this game, because while Nicola is throwing over the balls, Garby is grabbing them and throwing them back over. But instead of playing defense, Nicola stopped playing defense and started just running after the balls, because Garby was throwing too many over. So I guess she was worried about the time. She stopped worrying about the balls that were flying over the divider. So Garby took one of them balls, them big balls, threw it. Nicola runs to get one of the other balls that Garby already threw, because she threw so many over and was not watching where Garby was throwing, and Garby wasn't watching where she was throwing. So Nicola goes down to get the ball, and that 10-pound ball, boom, knocks the wind out of her.
No,
that is exactly what happened.
Drew.
It was an accident. Neither one of them.
It hit a ball. It didn't even hit her.
It didn't even hit her.
Guys.
She cried.
Okay, you know what? So nobody, they thought it was all the performance. Nobody thought that Nicole really got the wind knocked out of her.
Okay.
So how about, okay, guys, you have never trained with those balls before. I have. Those weight training balls are heavy. 10 pounds to the head.
He went to her foot. He hit another
Drew.
ball.
Hit her on her shoulder.
Guys, it hit her head. Wow, Mom, can you go back to the episode, please? Mom,
No.
rewind the tape.
I'll find it.
Thank you, Drew. She don't want to rewind. My mom don't want to rewind the tape because of.
You can't even get to it.
Mommy said I'm watching something. She's watching you.
Mom, let Drew have the remote so he can go back to the episode. Mom, give Drew the remote.
Watching baseball.
I am watching it.
Give Drew the remote. Drew, go to the episode, please.
Okay,
That ball hit her head. Go to Love Island.
That ball did not
Drew,
hit
Drew,
her head.
Drew. Just give it to me.
Nikki, did you let everybody know that your best friend Drew is here?
Yeah, I
Because you
said.
said Drew, but I know, but you didn't say.
Guys,
No.
the famous Drew DeAndrea, the baddest dancing white man in his kitchen.
Oh my gosh, you just made your name.
Making up all.
I'm sorry, on TikTok he's known as Drew the Vibes.
He is Italiano. You just made his name.
Hey, Mambo, Mambo Italiano. So normally
Watch this ball.
he's dancing in his kitchen, but
Yeah, now
today
I'm caught up
he's
in this.
dancing in my
Star family mess. I'm caught up in these.
She-
Said normally he's dancing in his kitchen, but today
I'm
he's
caught up.
dancing in the Star.
Somebody said Drew.
Drew the Vibes. I'm telling y'all,
That Kimmy said Drew.
she got hit in the head with a ball.
It wasn't in her head.
It was Drew.
Yeah.
She got knocked out. She fell all the way down.
Yes, because she was losing.
She was losing. She was
Oh,
tired,
guys,
she was
I don't think that she intentionally got hit in the head with a ball because she thought that because she was losing the game.
She was out of breath and over it. She didn't have a chance.
I will say, when Ariana asked her, she was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm like,
Playing dramatics.
oh,
Yeah, Josie
no.
said Nicola was hit in the head, which she wasn't, but that fall was dramatic.
Thank you. Dramatic. All dramatic. Wow. You see? It didn't hit her in the head. She fell back.
She got hit in the head. Poor Garby. She felt so bad.
Here it goes. You go too far.
They were.
Oh, no. It's
that-
her.
here it is.
Listen,
Go
now
back.
bring it back a
No.
little bit more.
She held her face.
She got hit in the head, y'all.
Let's see this.
They even slowed it down. I want you both to apologize to me.
Hold on. Let's just wait and see. Look, she goes to pick up.
Garby
this ball.
throws the ball. She's picking up another one.
Go ahead.
Look at my Garby. She locked in.
She deserved to win this.
She did. Garby ate that
All
up.
right, now she's bent over.
Bam!
Oh, that was her shoulder.
No.
Mom, that was her head.
That ball
Mom, that was her head. She almost snapped her neck.
No, that ball hit that. No.
Now, Mom, look at that.
Okay, but
Bam!
All right.
Mom,
Yeah.
now say so. Hold on. Everybody, please.
Okay.
No. Silence. Mama Star, I want to hear from you.
What you want to hear?
An apology.
Definitely.
Madame,
Definitely.
I apologize.
Okay, Nicola. Drew,
I'm sorry, but she
She got hit in the head.
she got
got hit in the head.
No.
but still dramatic. Dramatic.
Did you see her head?
It would have been fine. It's a 10-pound
Ball on her
a
head.
soft
Guys,
ball
her
filled
head
with
was like
stuff.
that. It hit her hand so much her cheek reverbed. Like, come on, look at her. She got knocked out.
It knocked her out.
She's also lazy.
And wait till she tries to get up. She can't get up.
Dramatic.
She's not able to get up. Now listen, Nicola, she does the victim act a lot. This one, I said, no, this is
Okay.
real. This is a real one.
She also was lazy.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm sick of y'all.
She got hit with that big ball in the head. Now I can't ride.
A 10-pound ball to your head, a 10-pound weight ball to your head.
Knocked out of the whole game.
Yes.
And you know what?
So, as I was saying, Nicola got the wind knocked out of her.
Yeah, I apologize.
To the point where the medics immediately run out to like tend to her. And she's laying there not moving. Garby, her little self feels so bad. And they try, Nicola's like, no, I'm good. I can compete. That girl tried to get up and fell right back down to the ground. She probably was concussed.
Love Island is nervous.
We were yelling at her.
Yeah, oh no, Love Island was nervous.
Yeah.
She probably was concussed. She got up and was like, I can do it. No, she couldn't do it.
Look how dramatic they all are.
No.
What she do?
You know how dramatic we were watching it? Could you imagine them being there and seeing that girl flip
He
over?
told her to get back up.
Wait, what did she do?
No, she's like, I can do it. And she got up and was like, oh, she fell immediately. No, seriously, y'all.
I can do it.
I was like, oh, she's not my favorite, but my God, today, Garby felt so bad. And
she shouldn't have, because they picked up that game.
Exactly. Love Island needs to feel bad.
Island.
Because why do y'all have them competing in something like that? Where somebody can get concussed? Oh. So anyway.
Where we going?
Where y'all going? Y'all better not be going to get no ice
We're
cream.
talking about Michael Jackson's house.
Oh my God. His house is in this area?
You took me to
We
a
were
house.
talking about.
I've never been to Michael Jackson's house.
To the Jackson's
No.
I've never taken
We
you to
were
Michael
not
Jackson's house.
I took you to the Jackson's
I
house.
don't know where they live.
That was me. I took you.
No, you didn't. When I came out here,
Wait a minute.
you
Why
took
is
me
this a topic? We can talk about this offline.
Because y'all was scheming and scamming in the corner.
No,
We
we're
were
not.
just-
It's something else, but
she
I don't
asked
want to.
me-
Anyway. Moving on. So Nicole is knocked out, possibly concussed. Garby is feeling bad. Next thing you know, we see the sun setting. Then we come back and it's Ariana and Garby. No shade. I got to be real. I was like, oh, my girl won. But I was like, but then I saw how she had to win. So Ariana is just like, as you see, Nicole is not here. She asked Garby how she felt. Garby was just like, oh, I just feel so bad. Of course she does, right? And then she's just like, well, Nicola is just no longer able to compete.
She couldn't come back from that.
She couldn't. I think she got a concussion, y'all.
No.
If she could no longer compete after taking a break.
Oh, that's the girl that we're talking about. You know.
Yes.
No, she's.
We saw that ball hit her head and her
She's
head.
my client. She would be.
Right.
So anyway,
Ariana
Ariana asked Garby how Latoya, excuse me.
She needs to go to
Ariana asked Garby how she feels, and Garby's just like, well, I'm glad, that I won, but I didn't want to win like this because Garby had already won the first round, and because Nicole is no longer able to compete, now Garby, she has to forfeit, and Garby gets the win by default. So she felt bad about the win, but she was just still glad that she was in the game. Then next up in the duel, it is Josh and Kendall. Baby, neither one of them wanted to go home. My God, today. Now I got to say this. I knew going into this who was going to win. We've seen Josh perform. He not beating, like I said when they picked Josh and Kendall, I said if it's a physical challenge, Kendall going home. If it's mental, I even said it on my live yesterday. I said, if it's mental, Kendall might have a shot. But y'all was like, Nikki, Josh is a genius. So I was like, well, I don't know. But I knew if it was physical, Kendall was going home. So they start the game. They got to push the balls over. Josh is on one. He is like beast mode to the billion. Kendall cannot even get the balls over to push because Josh is catching them. Like Kendall is like pushing him over. Josh is knocking him over. Then Kendall goes back and throws the balls. Josh is catching these 10-pound balls in the air.
Midair.
I said, what, the Black Panther? He was like, like he was such a beast, knocking things over. It was like, there's no, it's right here.
They're saying they're bullying her online though, Garby.
You hit me.
They're jealous.
You hit me.
Mom.
I can't continue.
Her and Nicola. They got her and Nicola.
So Josh is on beast mode. He knocking him over. I know Kendall was terrified. So of course Josh wins the first round. And I'm be honest with you. If I was Kendall, I would have looked at Ariana and I would have said, you know what? Let him have this win. Because I'm not risking my life to play this game. And this man is ready to die over this. Not me. Josh was on another level. So they play the game again. Now Kendall is just playing defense. He's just knocking them over real quickly so that Josh has to spend time catching them and putting them over. while he's putting them all over quickly. And honestly, I was just like, oh, this game might just tie up, because that was a really smart strategy for Kendall, because Josh was a little discombobulated. But the thing about it is, Josh is quick. So as soon as Kendall gets him over, Josh puts him over. And the game got so close that while they were throwing the balls over, Kendall threw one ball over and it went over. And right as it went over, Josh threw his whole body out there and hit the ball over. And as soon as he hit it over, the bell was called. That was a good game. That was a good game, and it was close. And for Kendall to be neck and neck with Josh and to keep his pace, I'm going to give him his 10s, because I didn't think he had it in him. I didn't think that he could touch that boy, but he was about to win that round. He really, really was, but it was just so close, and Josh was just unstoppable. He was like, there was no way. There was no way anybody was beating him. And then when the bell was called, Josh jumps up, he goes, and starts screaming. I'm just like, oh Lord. When it's him and Johnny, ratings gold. Like, the producers have to keep Josh so that he has to compete against Johnny. That there's no way they cannot let that happen. So anyway, Kendall loses. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Kendall and those toddler feed-in braids with the can Kalan hair and the burnt edges, he got me. Because Ariana, asked Josh about his win, and Josh is just like, I'm glad that I am still in the game. Kendall's a great competitor. I hate that I had to send him home. And then Josh even apologizes to Garby, because Garby was just heartbroken. Didn't shed a tear though. Okay, girl.
Don't put that on my girl, Garby.
No, I'm glad that she not like shook up over him. But he does, Josh is a gentleman. He does apologize to her for sending home to somebody that she really, really likes. He was just like, I didn't want to do this, but I had to stay in the game. He's a great competitor. And then Ariana goes to Kendall, and Kendall's just like, yeah, I wanted to compete really well, and I wanted to stay in the game. And he starts looking everywhere else, and he's just like, I'm sorry, I can't look at Garby because I disappointed her. And he's like, I let her down. And he just starts breaking down. Then she starts breaking down. Then I start breaking down. Like, they got me. He got me with that one. Throw your tomatoes if you must. He got me, because I felt bad. I was like, did y'all really like each other? Like, I was questioning everything, but he just started breaking down, and everybody started breaking down when he broke down. But he was just like, Josh is a great competitor, and it sucks. I didn't want to leave this way, but it's the game. And so this is the thing that gets me. So because Kendall is going home, of course, everybody runs over to him. Garby runs over to him and hugs him, right? And then all of a sudden, here comes Lucinda with all this crying. Oh, I can't believe it. I'm so sorry. I can't believe you're going home. And she's like, her body's breaking down. She's collapsing in his arms. And I'm like, why are you doing all that crying when you were a part of voting him into?
And he was hugging her.
Well, that's his type. That's what he likes. That's what he likes. But he did say that he wanted to win this with Garby, because that's probably the only way he was going to make it. Anyway, Lucinda does all this crying, but I'm just like, girl, you're responsible for him being in the duel. So what are we talking about? But Kendall does leave with his head held high. Him and Garby had a moment at the dock where they were talking about just life outside of this, because Kendall did admit that he wanted to see where their relationship could go, after this, and just, wanted to still pursue her and still, be in this relationship after the show. Now, listen, was he lying? Absolutely. Was it sweet? Yes. Did I eat it up? Just a smidge. Just a smidge. It was cute, and that was a good way to go out, right? Absolutely lying. He's hitting up Lucinda before he even thinks about following Garby back on Instagram. So we already know how this is going to go, but good way to leave the show. So when Kendall and Garby are at the dock, I noticed that he walks on his tippy toes. You wanted me to talk about that? I know that, like, I've never seen it before, but he's a tippy toe
walker.
And Drew goes,
A walker.
and Drew goes, oh, that's why he lost the game. He doesn't have any grip.
I said, that's why he lost. He's walking over the
Do the walk, Drew. Do the walk.
He got no grip. He's just bouncing around.
Drew was like, he is just bouncing. He don't have no
footing.
No footing.
No footing. What?
He was like, that's why he lost the game.
Yeah.
I didn't. He walks like a ballerina.
Yeah.
I did not know that he walked like that. But anyway, him and Garby have this little cool moment, and then Kendall says his goodbyes. That's the end of the episode. But what I want to say is this. Does this mean that Tyreek and Toby don't have any power after winning? They were the fastest couple in the last competition. And they were like the power couple, but then they changed it to power squad. So does this mean that they still don't have any power? Or will we see something? I don't know. And are we going to get bombshells? Because Garby is by herself now. So is she going to compete by herself? Like, so many questions. Let me know what you guys think. That is my chaotic review. I apologize for the peanut gallery. But what are your thoughts, Star fam? Let's get into it. I'm first going to start off with my super chats. Hey, ME, thank you for the super chat. ME says, come on, y'all. It's over 100 of us in here waiting on Nikki with under 30 likes. Let's get it. Thank you so much, Emmy. We got 308 in here now. I need to see 1.4 million likes.
Emmy, did you like it right here?
Right here, this part, right here.
No, you gotta like it right here.
Hi, hey guys, can y'all text each other?
Oh, sorry.
Nikki, you know what? I would like for you to tell the Star family, because I don't think people know that the way to like the video is thumbs up.
Yes, thumbs up.
People think that, like,
Push in the
heart.
You gotta
They
like
think
it.
that
You gotta do that.
Oh, yes.
I told her before to do a video.
Thumbs up the video. Thumbs up the video. And mom, next time you have to talk to Drew, just text him. I'm still on live. Emmy, thank you for another super chat. Emmy says, I'm upset they did nothing with the power couple, Ty and Toby. Normally the power couple gets an advantage for the win. I find it strange they did nothing to cap up. Exactly. And I'm like, are we, it's like nothing gonna happen, or are we gonna use it next episode? I don't know. I'm interested to see, but I just feel like that will be a loss if we don't get those doofuses picking something.
Brave has spent his whole life walking on eggshells.
Listen, that's a good metaphor for his life. My God, today. All right, guys, we got a lot of comments in here. I'm going to try to get as many as I can. I'm going to start from the first, and then I'm going to work my way down. Obviously, me, thank you for being here. Obviously, me said, Andrea keeps solely talking about how without Josh, she's screwed and won't be winning the money. Meanwhile, Josh keeps talking solely about their connection being lost if he leaves. They're not clicking.
Yeah.
They're not on the same page. Devonda said Andrea dumped that man to get on the show. She is there for money and exposure. Now I think she is. I think she's playing the game now. Hey KG. KG said, honestly, with Johnny and Ty, I can't be mad. They're playing the game, especially when it seems like most are just there to soak up the Fiji fun. I agree. Jimmy said, Nicola got a nice eye of the tiger edit. She'll be all right. Jimmy also says, I want Justine and Ty to win, and Justine taking all the money. Child, the way those two are locked in, she might split it. She might split it. The way he's so in love with her, he might split. Okay.
Bye, Star family.
I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Drew, say bye to the Star family.
Bye, Star family.
Bye,
Thank
my
you for
love.
getting me caught up in your mess.
Bye, my love.
Bye, my love. Yeah, just because you showed them how to do it, it went up.
Oh, it did? Yay!
Yeah.
Thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's 1-11 now. People didn't know how to do it. I kept telling you they didn't know how to do it.
Thumbs up the video. Thank you.
Thank
Sarah
you.
said, these people are too nice. I wanted drama from the dual choices. I think the only one who was like genuinely mad was Josh and Garby. Everybody else is just vacationing. Eva Empty said, let's greet Nikki with some likes. A Star fam. Thumbs up. It's an easy way to show support for our girl and have the Star family grow. Thank you. Hey, Ice Macchiato. Devonda said, I just like the video and hype it as well. I love chatting with everyone on here, even when we disagree with each other. We all respect each other's opinions and perspectives. I love that about us too.
Yeah.
I really, really, really do. The guys are divided because the biracial brigade is the only alliance. And they are running, they think that they're controlling the game. Johnny is controlling the game. Toby and Tyreek do not know that Johnny is their biggest op. Because why? Why don't they know that? They haven't watched any of Johnny's seasons. They don't know that Johnny well, you know what? They do know. Johnny stabbed his partner in the back, Andreina. Mm-hmm. So maybe they're thinking they're safe because they're men. Nobody is safe with Johnny. Jimmy said, get them on camera. I will next time. KG said, come on, live studio audience. OMG. I have a lot going on. Full house. What's his purpose said, Nikki, can you do story time, inner commentary on a political climate or pop culture? You know what? Why not? Guys, our just chatting is finally going to happen tomorrow at 7:30, same time, same place. Because that's Wednesday, right? Yes, we're going to do our first just chatting. I'm going to talk about the topics we were going to talk about on the last one, but your girl got work, so I couldn't do it. And when we do that live, please come there with all of your topics that you want to discuss. We will take time out to discuss each and every one. Sarah, you know what? I don't know. I do not know. Listen, I wanted him to leave, but he pulled at my heartstrings. When he broke down crying, he pulled at my heartstrings. He was like, I wanted to finish with Garby. I'm sad. I can't look at her. I'm sad. No, I disappointed her. What? He got me with that. That's the thing. The results were so questionable that the cast was questioning the results. Like, wait a minute. Justine was like, me and Josh did not come in dead last. Something is up. And I'm glad that they're doing that. Yeah, it absolutely was rigged. It absolutely, that's why I think Josh is going to stay in the game. I think they're going to start rigging Josh now to make sure he stays. Josh and Johnny, it has to happen. I think it's going to be Josh and Johnny and Justine and Andrea. Like, I think those are the battles that everybody wants to see. And I cannot wait. She's scared. Hey, Rosh. Rosh said Andrea didn't go hard enough for Josh, and she has to think if he lost, which would have been unlikely, she would have been potentially with Casey. Oh, yes. But now it's going to be Garby, right? Garby's going to be with Casey. Poor thing. But she's used to carrying a man. Devonda said, Ty don't play about his girl. I can't, guys, are they the real deal? Are they the real deal? I can't take it. Listen, I gotta give him that. He said, no, not my baby. Get somebody else to do it. Took her off immediately. I said, oh, okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Because I went into this with the thought that he would probably kiss her. You know, I didn't want to, but y'all had me convinced that he was going to betray her. And I just went in with that thought so I could prepare myself. And immediately when they started talking about who's going to compete, he said, no, not her. I was like, ooh, ooh. Sippy Simone said, hey, chat, the menaces are gone. We still got some left. Lucinda is next for me. That's the next person I'm going to the ancestors about. Lucinda is next. She has to go. Then it's Andrea. Sydney, she don't know where she at. I'm not worried about her. Oh, then we got to take out. Oh, you know what? It might be Justine and Gabby. It might be Justine and Gabby. I think Justine, if she duels, it's going to be between Andrea and Gabby at some point. Pseudo said, I've been saying Tyreek is petty, but he ain't dumb. He knows he needs. Yeah, he does. Tori E said, I knew Justine wasn't going to be in the duel. That's one thing I was absolutely certain about. I got 3 to 4 duels picks right. Didn't guess Josh, but makes sense. See, I didn't think it was going to be Josh until they ended the conversation with Kendall and Casey. That's when I knew. Hey, Metamorphosis, thank you for being here. Black Hero said the Kiss of Death scene for production was so well done. It was very cinematic. I will give them that. And it absolutely has changed this game again. Betty said, glad we know
it was cutthroat.
It was cutthroat. Betty said, glad we no longer have to deal with the sympathy edit for Nicola. She's a sweet girl. Okay. And sucks that she got accidentally injured. Social media furthering hating Garby for it since she already had the mean girl edit. Here's the thing. And I'm gonna take this from Alandria. Our girl's gonna be all right. Why? Because they got us. They got us. So I don't care who hates on Garby. No weapon formed against her shall prosper.
Bingo.
She will be fine. The way she was acting, I'm starting to believe that. I said, oh, this girl is playing the game. She does not care about that man. She was sitting up there. First of all, her and Lucinda was sitting up there laughing with Nicola when they all got the text. I'm just like, if you really like this guy and you know that he may leave, wouldn't you be spending all your time with him? Why are you suntanning with Lucinda by the pool and not hugged up under Josh? Very weird behavior, but it shows you how diabolical her and Lucinda are because they're sitting up there laughing with Nicola while Nicola is talking about how she's vulnerable and how she's scared that she might duel. And they're just like, oh, Nicola. Listen, I get it. It's a game, but my God, today, the Power Squad took so much delight in pulling the strings and you know, being judge and jury. My God, today. Sarah said Josh asked if she wanted him there. He doesn't trust her. I hope he's clocking in. RMS said Andrea was spotted with her boyfriend a month ago at a DJ event. She is ciao. Black Hero said Andrea has always been transparent to me that she was there for the game and she doesn't like Josh. Josh likes her. You know, we have talked about that. And I'm just like, well, you got to have a relationship with a guy likes you more than you like him. But now I'm like, oh, she got something back home. Because ain't no way she moving like this. Ain't no way. She did not shed one tear. I can see that. And not because she's attracted to him, but because she wants to win. Yasmin said, I hear Andrea has a man back home. She's just playing the game. Josh messed up. He should have stayed with Justine. Yep. Taisha said, Andrea may not be as emotionally attached, but this is not good for her game, so she wouldn't want him to go. Very true, because she said it. She didn't even say if he leaves, like, that's somebody I have a really strong connection with. I want to work this out. She was like, if he leaves, that's my partner. I'm screwed. Like, she was talking about the game. She don't want that boy. Mad Hatter said, I knew she wasn't into Josh as much as he was into her. He's obsessed, so he's not clocking a thing. Very true. A Wonderful Life said, I don't think Andrea had any doubt that Josh will win against Kendall. If it was Johnny, we might have seen a different reaction. Hopefully. No weapon formed against her shall prosper. She'll be okay. Hey, Cameron. Cameron said, hey, NikkiStar family, tomorrow is officially spooky season. Yes. I've decorated all day. Me too. Me too. You guys are going to see my Halloween haul. You guys are going to see my Halloween haul on Sunday. And then because it's spooky season, I think for spooky season, I'm going to drop 2 videos a week on my home channel. So please hype those videos up. I think on Sunday, I want to drop my Halloween haul. And then that Wednesday of the following week for spooky season, I think I'm going to drop my Halloween home makeover or my Halloween decorating video. This week, because it's the first week of spooky season. Oh yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna load my my kitchen makeover video. So you guys are gonna see how I did all of this, and then Sunday will be officially spooky season. I'm excited. Are you doing anything special, Cameron? Betty said, apparently Garby's handler turned off Garby's Instagram comments because the hate is already starting again, because she was already getting hate from Mean Girl Edit. Production gave her victimizing Lucinda. You got something has to be wrong with you when you give Garby a Mean Girl Edit. Garby. Evil. Hey, Takia. Takia said, I clocked that too, but she does have that boyfriend in the outside waiting. Andrea is playing the game. You know what? If your boyfriend is okay with you being on the show, he must be broke. He must be broke, and you must be his caretaker, because the way you are all over Josh and the way you were talking about you had to slow it down with him because things were getting too heated. That man must be broke. Mad Hatter said, not surprised. I've already had to argue with folks on the internet saying Garby did it on purpose. She didn't. You could see it in the video. It was clear. She wasn't even looking at her. She was running. First of all, Garby and Nicola were both running to get a ball. Neither one of them were looking where the ball was going. I hope they cancel that challenge, because that could have got real bad. Ashley said, Lucinda cried more over Kendall than Garby. Why don't they just date at this point? Jimmy said, we're going to see. Oh, no, don't do my boy like that. Takia said, I clocked that too. Andrea is playing the game. She needs to make it worth breaking up with that boyfriend. True. Alexis said, Johnny had to make it known that it was weird kissing it. He did. But here's the thing. I don't believe Johnny. Not that I don't believe that it was weird for him to kiss Nicola, but the way he kisses up on Gabby, their kisses, I don't see any connection with them two. I don't see anything. I honestly, we see how Johnny acts when he's attracted to somebody. I don't think he's attracted to Gabby. I think he kisses Gabby and does all that stuff, and fondles her and does all that stuff to her to keep her interested in him, because he knows if he can control her physically, he can control her mentally. Yeah. And I think that's what it is. I think as soon as he feels like she's getting away from him, he'll, rub up on a clam and, kiss up on her neck or something like that and get her right back. And it's working. It's working because he's leading the game.
Well, he's Johnny.
Yeah. Oh. Nasby said Josh was most upset because he immediately peeped that it was the Johnny Alliance running the show. He ain't want to hear any excuses. He did call a spade a spade. Well, listen, Josh, he got that dog in him. So I think he needs to be prepared to be dueling for the rest of the show. I don't think they have beef with them. I think it's just because the biracial brigade, they formed an alliance, and their alliance is we're getting out all the other men, and then they'll probably compete against each other. But I think what's going to happen is Johnny is going to break up Toby and Ty, because he knows that when they get out all the guys that they want to get out, and it's just him, Toby, and Ty, he knows that those two are going to work together to get rid of him. So Johnny is ahead of everybody. Props to him. RMS said, I don't like how Johnny tried to control who Zay speaks with. Well, he's playing a game for a lot of money, and he got a lot of Pampers to buy. So I get it. So you know what? Is Johnny and that baby mama together? If they are not together, girl, put him on child support. Put him on child support. Because if he win that money,
okay,
put him on child support today. Ty Honey said, I definitely think Josh likes Andrea more, but to give her a little grace, maybe she felt like Josh was going to win. And, he did. LOL. But yeah, she barely emoted. Absolutely. She was like, oh, I'm screwed if he goes home. You definitely got a man back home. Alexa said, Tyreek saying, I don't care if Kendall and Josh shake hands for it. I just want one of them gone. He's so honest to a fault. Arcada said, Garby is the worst on strategy. That's why she was dueled. No alliances. Yeah, she's just raw dog in the game. She better link up with Justine and move in silence. Jordan said Tyreek and Toby are going to heel turn on Johnny. That's the thing. And I think Johnny knows that. I think he is 10 steps ahead of them. Like when they all turn on each other, it's going to be epic. And I think that's going to happen sooner than later, because I think if Johnny gets a power couple again, he's going to make them duel against each other. I think, because here's the thing. I don't think that Johnny, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think that Johnny would go after Isaiah because he can whoop him. He can beat Isaiah. Toby and Tyreek, it could go either way. I think he could take Tyreek. I don't know for Toby because Toby's a professional athlete. So I don't know. And he knows that they already have an alliance because they're best friends. So I think Isaiah is going to stick around. But I think as soon as Johnny gets Josh out, Tyreek and Toby is next. She's a terrible person. Terrible. Hey, Potato said, what if some bombshell comes out of nowhere and takes it from Johnny? Well, I think we're going to have another bombshell at some point this week. Like, I think we're going to have 2 bombshells this week. Like, we have to, because then after this, we got 1 more week left of the show. Garby and Casey are not a winning team, but again, she's dragged a man to a win before, so we'll see. And one thing about Garby, she makes her partners better. Kendall wasn't competing the way that he was competing at the end as he was in the beginning, but it was because he had a partner that was far more superior than him in everything, and he knew he had to work to get to her level. So she may make Casey a better partner. Just a little bit. I still got my good eye on him. Jimmy said, as if Josh wouldn't have targeted Johnny and Ty if he had the power. Oh, absolutely. I don't feel bad. I'm with Tyreek. I don't feel bad for nobody in this show. It's a game. I'm literally only rooting for the black girls. I don't care about that biracial brigade. Even Josh, no shade, but I'm rooting for Garby and Justine. That's it. And if you don't like it, don't get mad at me. Get mad at Love Island. They made it a race war, not me. Maladali, we likes the party. We don't cause trouble and we dump another party. Can't believe nobody peeped that what Lucinda said about Garby after the Baby Bird game. She said, next time, I'm just going to stick with my people. And then said something about Americans, even though Garby is. Yeah, I think a lot of them think that Garby is American because of how she speaks. I think that's what happens a lot. Like, nobody clocks that she's a European as well. And also she's black. The ignorance of Americans, where they just don't, a lot of those who are ignorant do not realize that black people are everywhere, even in Belgium. And a lot of them are in Belgium, and it's not the history of that place. Metamorphosis said a jury yes vote might be the thing that could take Johnny in the finals. True. Springtime said, I like Nicole and Justine. There was a moment where she looked at Justine so nervously. Ice Macchiato said, oh yeah, Justine's mammied a bit for Nicola, shaking my head. I'm tired of this. I don't think it was intentional, though. I thought it was strategy. Arcada said, why my sis coaching Nicola to take out Nicola? Taking out Imani or Ray was strike 1. But this is why I don't agree with people babying her against Tyreek. They are both Oh, yeah. Well, here's the thing. I know Justine as a ruthless player. If you watch my Love Island reviews from Love Island Game Season 1, I hated how she did Ray. But in the end, I was just like, you know what? This is a game. and she played the game the best way she could. And honestly, he could have won had he listened to Imani. Ray got himself out the game, not Justine and Jack. Springtime said she knew she wouldn't win. She's padding her jury vote. I think so too. Salma said Justine is doing it for the ex-Islander. I think so too. Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I feel that same way too. Matt Hatter said Justine knows Nicola is liked by the public. True. Tia Bia said, right. I saw right through Nicola too. She's a smart competitor. Yep. Alexis said Justine's social game this episode was great. She was playing the Nicole. Yep, I think so too. Nasby said Justine also knows that 9 out of 10 Garvey will be more competition than Nicola. I think so. Ice Macchiato said, yeah, strategy wise, that was good for Justine. Although we didn't like it, she got to do what she got to do. The holistic doc said, I gave Justine a little bit of a side eye at first when she was giving Nicola the tips, but I get it. She's in a tough spot, and I had confidence that despite the advice, Garvey can take Nicola down. Yep. Ava Ripley said, everybody loved Justine for helping Nicola on red. Oh, yes, Justine. See, she knows what she's doing. We're going to let her rock. Emmy said, I felt some kind of way as well, but figured Justine was playing it smart. Her vote in the polls is not as strong as I expected this season since they are favoring Andrea. Yep, and she's going to take Andrea out. Salma said, it's purely for optics. Justine is making sure she can be saved by the Islanders for the public. Yep. Matt Hatter said there was a pic posted of Garvey doing Justine's makeup. They are close. Good. Holistic Doc said, also, I did notice that Justine was not all the way comfortable when she was having that dialogue with Nicola. Yes, she isn't. Because remember in the beginning, when I think Nicola was crying because she had to make a decision, when she was a power couple and she was crying, and Justine was like, why are you crying? Everybody was babying Nicola, and Justine was like, it's a game. This is how it is to be a power couple. Stop crying. Arcada said, it bothered me too, but I was going to ignore it for my sis, like, I ignored how she did Ray and Imani, but this is why I think her and Tyreek can be, they're ruthless guys. You know what? Justine and Tyreek could win this.
Yep.
They could win this. Mad Hatter said Josh knows, but he's too obsessed. Yeah. And it's so crazy because he's attractive. He obviously has some kind of coin. His Instagram is popping. He got a nice little body. You do not need to be acting weird with women. Mad Hatter, thank you. Jordan said, Andrea has been on Love Island too. What's the difference? Love Island USA is big on challenges just like games. She needs to go. Also, Lucinda. Yeah, then neither one of them are touching that money. Hey, Rania, gorgeous. So I actually think since the votes are open this season that America is going to actually have the last vote instead of the I hope not. I hope not. Nasby said also producers do encourage Islanders to pull certain other Islanders for talks, including pep talks. Nicola went to Justine and she asked Justine for help to the point of practicing for the duel. Listen, it was good footage. Raj said, I haven't forgotten that Andrea allegedly now y'all were saying that. I'm not going to say I necessarily didn't believe it, but I was just like, where's the proof? Like, have we seen anything? But the way she acted this episode, she definitely got a man back home. Arcada said Kendall being gone was the best alliance. Kendall being gone was the best alliance because he's the link between Casey and Josh. Well, here's the thing. Josh and Casey, they better start working together. Because Casey, no. Toby and Tyreek don't rock with him. The holistic doc said Josh is riding solo right now. None of the boys have his back, and those girls, besides Justine and Garvey, are pushovers. True. Emmy said that was smart of Toby. It was nasty work, but it was smart. Molly Dolly said, I would have been caught up. I would have told Nicola to close her eyes and windmill or go home. I miss KK. Oh, KK would have gave her some hilarious advice. Nasby said, I don't know if Toby really killed it because Isaiah can play double agent still now by telling Josh that he winds up and sees things Josh's way. Let me find out Isaiah going to sneak a push to the finals. That could actually happen. And I don't think it's going to happen because Isaiah is so smart. I think it's because Johnny feels like he can win if he beats him. Jimmy said Josh and Isaiah will link up again and try to recruit. We'll see. We'll see. This is the thing. Justine and Tyreek, they could happen. But I would also love a Garby win. She's so deserving. Naturally, Mar said Garby just wanted to knock her over, but not a concussion. I don't even think she wanted to knock her over. She was not looking at her. And Nicole wasn't looking. Neither one of them were looking at each other. None of that was intentional. Oh, you think that's a sew-in? Oh, are you pressing that hair every day? Multiple, because you got to be pressing it multiple times throughout the day if you're in Fiji. Oh, girl. Sisters, get braids. You see, Justine is struggling with that half wig. Get braids. Stop coming on the show with weaves. Nicole said, I cannot believe they weren't wearing helmets. So dangerous. Yeah, I think that because of Nicola's injuries, I don't think that challenge will return. Ice Macchiato said, I felt bad for Nicola for the injury, but it was strange how they took her away and we never saw her again. Here's the thing. When the sun set, I said, oh, yeah, I knew she wasn't coming back. Because if it was just a little minor something, we would have seen her. We have not seen Nicola since she got hit in the head. That girl got a concussion. Alex, and it wasn't because of Garby. It was because those women are throwing around. Everybody competing is throwing around 10-pound balls. A 10-pound weight training ball to your head. Yikes. Alexa said Garby played it smart. She rolled all the balls fast. Nicole, she was slow. Yeah, Nicola, she didn't have any strategy until the second round. Her and Kendall, they both had strategies at the second round, but Garby was just like, I don't know who she was talking to, but she was just like, I think it maybe happened, Toby, but she was just like, the first round counts. Like that sets the tone for the game. So you can come back in the second round because Kendall almost got it, but it's going to be hard to do. Ice Macchiato said, I was shocked they didn't wear helmets. They need to do a better job at evaluating the risk level of these challenges and the protection of the players need to execute challenges. Very true. Tori said, I don't see why the girls have to go first for all duels, being able to watch. Yeah, but I've always noticed that Love Island always favors the men. This show, in my experience of watching it, it's never favored the women. But they have a large female fan base. I don't know why, especially now. Betty said production was negligent and should have gave them helmets because everyone was throwing balls directly across without really looking. TikTok thinks Garby did it on purpose. Josh was catching the balls on. Josh was a beast. When he was catching them balls in the air, I said, "Oh, he's intense." Carmen said, "I think she was faking." Carmen, she wasn't faking that. Nasby said, if Isaiah makes it to the finals, depending on who his partner is, I may have to cackle. I think he is, and I think that's going to be by design. Oh, she had to be. Hearing colors, seeing stars. Ciao. Arcada said, I fear this is meant for... I was like, is it me? Am I the drama? You know what? Maybe I need to back up off of talking to the ancestors about this. You know what? I'm not going to the ancestors no more about the show. I'm good. They got bigger fish to fry. Never mind. They went too far. OMG. Yeah, I've trained with those things. You can barely pick them up. Ice Macchiato said Nicola got knocked right in the head. I don't know what the story. Yes, they ain't see it. And as soon but y'all couldn't see it as soon as we watched it in the slow-mo part and we saw the ball hit Nicola's head. Drew was like, "Oh, yikes!" Because he as soon as he saw it, he was like, "She's faking." I'm like, Drew, she really got hit in the head. Nasby said, I think Nicola was really knocked out. We saw in the slow-mo. She got taken down. She did. Tori said, I hope they are giving the Islanders water during these duels. I assume they have a break. They have to have something. They were very active in here. Josie said Nicola was hitting the head, but that fall, I don't think it was, guys. I really, really don't. And I'm not a fan of hers, but and the reason why I think this is because, like I said, I've trained with those things, and even picking them up, you have to be careful because you could hurt yourself just lifting up those things. So you have to I would never want to be hit in the head with a 10-pound weight training ball. Absolutely not. Because you also have to realize, guys, they are supposed to replace, they're a dumbbell replacement. That's how heavy they are. Raj said, I don't think she got knocked out, but it was giving those old cartoons like Tom and yeah, she definitely had the circles going zigzag over her head with birds. Yes, that was a hard hit. Ty Honey said, I was so proud of Garby. She really is that girl. It would be great if her and Justine were out. I think they are. Nello said she did, but remember, Nello, she said, oh, I'm good. I can continue. It's okay. I can continue. And then she tried to stand up and couldn't. I think for them, that's when they knew it was bigger than just the wind being knocked out of her. And the fact that she couldn't come back and compete, I think she got a concussion. Tish said she did get hit, but that fall was because she was tired. That could be in it too. Saisha said if they hadn't showed it in slow motion, we would have seen the actual impact. If not injury, her head, definitely her neck would be injured. We saw her whole body, like her jaw. Yeah, if we would have saw that from another angle, nasty. We saw it from the side profile. If we would have saw it from the front, we would have definitely seen a shift. Yes, I had to do the replay. She sure did. That was crazy. That was crazy. I will say I'm glad that they apologized. Art said, I was actually sad to see Kendall go, but then he hugged Lucinda longer than Garby, and I felt better. But Lucinda, she was doing way too much. She was doing way too much. They had to give her something. Mom! Lord, they had to give her something. They had to give her something for that hit. Hey, boss. Boss said, please be careful how y'all say what happened. I don't want Garby getting hate or other people insinuating that Garby is aggressive. Ty hand in his junk when the camera turned to them. Yeah, I think we're all being very careful about how we speak about it. But regardless, Garby will be the villain. But again, no weapon formed against her shall prosper. We got her. Jimmy said Kendall was trying so hard to squeeze out some tears. I can't stand him. Hey, Eliana said Kendall damn near pushed Garby away to get to Kendall. He said, move, Black Queen. My milk of magnesia is waiting. Holistic Doc said Lucinda can have several scenes where her dramatic cries when she could have fought for Kendall to not play in the duel. Not that I'm a fan of Kendall. Here is the thing about Lucinda and the Lucindas that they cast on the show. I really do not want to see anybody on Love Island Games who doesn't want to compete. Like with the challenge. Like those people that come on that show, they really want to compete. Lucinda, I have to do this. Oh, this is so gross. Oh, snakes, I'm scared of it. It's like, why are you here? I don't feel like seeing those players. I don't feel like it. I do not feel like it. They definitely need protective headgear. Oh, yeah, I cannot wait. Me and Drew were talking about it today. We were just like, we have to film our gatherings. We be having a time. We had a time today. Tia B said, Josh, during season 1 of Love Island Games, is the only person to come back from an injury. Johnny already told us how that went. Nicola better not come back later. Oh, you think she'll come back later? No, I don't think she will because Chris couldn't come back. So don't bring her back. Yasmin said, Garby didn't do anything wrong, and those people on social saying otherwise need to stop. Yeah. And also, guys, get off of Twitter. Get off of Twitter. It's owned basically by, dumb inbred Hitler. You got to let it go. I know, oh my God, the funny things over there, but that is a cesspool of hate. You got to let it go. Josie says, Garby needs to forgive herself. It wasn't her intention. She apologized enough to Lucinda and Kendall. Oh, yeah. But you know what I think it was happening? It just happened in that moment. And then she competed against somebody who went home. She felt bad. She felt bad. What is Latoya doing? Devon said, why didn't they have helmets? All the duels had, yeah, this one definitely should have had helmets. Betty said Tyreek the Menace was trying to hide his laugh when Nicole went down. Oh, he was! But the audience eats it up. But Garby, Black women get the mean girl edit for any little thing. Misogynoir is loud with the viewers. Production ain't helping. Absolutely. Also, you also have to realize the audience, this American audience, doesn't see Tyreek as a Black man. He sees him as a Brit. They see him as a Black man, but they see him as a Brit. So they don't see him as a threat, basically. But they also would treat him very differently if he was protective over Black women. And because he's just a menace, like he's protecting Justine, but everybody's just like, oh, he's in a couple with her, of course. But if he was always fighting for the sisters on the show, oh, they would have been got him out. They would have been got him out. But I think the thing that gets him is that he is not seen as a Black man that's a threat because he's a Brit. Welcome to America. Ashley said, I'd feel away if a girl and my guy called each other best friends and then the girl is boo-hooing over him. Does Garby not see it? Guys, I think she saw it. They may actually talk about it the next episode. But Garby was watching. She was watching. Hey, boss. Oh, we got that. Josie said, this show makes me want to hit the gym even harder. This challenge was hard AF. You need strength, agility, and endurance. Absolutely. Absolutely. Devonna said, boss Tamara, they never give Black women the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, that's also the thing that I want to talk about, especially with the sisters in here. Like I say, be the villain. And I'm not saying just be angry and mean to people, but it's just like you have to realize no matter how nice you are, you will get the villain at it. So let's stop focusing on what they're doing on social media. Because I feel like if you focus on that, you give it energy, but also I want you to take that in and never, ever be shocked by how non-Black people treat us. I never, ever again, from this moment, want you to be shocked about how non-Black people treat us. Be shocked when it's a different kind of treatment. But always know and go into situations and relationships and work, like always know that everybody is your op until they prove that they aren't. I'm telling you, it is the smartest and safest way to exist in this nation. You have to stop treating people like they are your Black American kin. Unless they prove to you that they are safe, they're an op. So expect the comment. We should be gagged if the comments are positive under Garby's comments, because we've been here before. We see how they treat dark-skinned Black women. We see how they treat the blueprint. We get it. So it shouldn't shock us anymore, and we shouldn't give it any more energy. We shouldn't be like, oh, they're being mean to her on Twitter. They're saying, oh, the production is giving her a mean girl edit. Season 7, they gave a mean girl edit to Shelly and Alandria. Why are we shocked that they're doing this? Why are we shocked? You're only shocked if you don't know who your ops are. None of this shocks me, and none of this scares me. Because in the end, we always win. Pay them dust. Because to be honest with you, they're also doing that because they want to see your reaction. It's energy harvesting. It's energy harvesting. It's destiny swapping. Don't let them steal your destiny. And don't let them steal your energy. Block and prosper. We're going to do the same things we did with Alandria. Love on her, big her up, because we are the influence. We got the power. You know what? Maybe I think that got to be a British thing. Because Toby does that too. Like, they are not shy about holding that junk. That got to be a British thing. At all. I feel him or his partner. That is a roided couple. He don't play around. He don't play around. Cindy said, even the guy said the balls were heavy, so I can imagine. Yep. Do you think that? I don't think the women got smaller balls, or maybe they did. What do you guys think? I saw the tear running down her face. I was ready for her to go, but I did feel, me too. Me too. I was just like, and I think I'm just going off of my experience from working with them balls. I'm done after one round of working with those balls. They are heavy. Emmy said Josh was in beast mode for game one. But Kendall gave him a run. I was absolutely shocked and impressed. Because here's the thing. Kendall knew he couldn't beat him in strength, agility, and speed. So he was like, I'm going to go the strategic route. And it worked for him. But the thing about it is he needed to have pulled that out the first round. Jimmy said, oh, are they tested for roids? That should be. I don't think they are. I do not think they are. But I do think that they can't bring their roids with them because they're going to international waters. Oh, they all should be scared because he said, when I come back, I'm coming back with a vengeance. They all should be scared. Sarah said, I wish Tyreek was in the duel. I want to see. He can't. Tyreek cannot compete. He's a soft boy. Josie said, Josh is the second most dramatic Islander. That man is intense and was tight AF. Yeah, he was. I would love to see the timer as well. we all were scared. He was like, wah! I'm like, oh, I don't even think Josh is competing for the money. OMG. Like, even after the duel, when he was sitting down, he still was breathing so hard. He gave everything. He went to work. It was terrifying watching him compete. Alexis said the second round duel was so good. They each had two balls in the back and were just, it was close. It's going to be the best TV they could ever give us. Lily said, I was just about to say that Josh and Johnny, that's going to be a battle to see. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. He did. He lost us all. What's his purpose? Said it would be interesting if Ty and Toby compete. I think it's going to happen. I think that's going to happen. And I think Johnny is going to do it. I think Isaiah is safe. I think Johnny may take out Casey for Gabby. But I think next up on Johnny's list is Toby and Tyreek. After Josh. Like, his thing is he has to get out Josh. After that, it's Toby and Tyreek. Because what kind of alliance does he need? If he has to go against Isaiah or Casey and it's physical, he's winning. Oh, absolutely. He got feet ends. Me too. I was like, oh, he got me. Hannah said Kendall in his lace front wig was more worried about not being able to see Lucinda. Child, lip never changes the spots. Devonta said people need to put the blame on the show, not against the contestants. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They were, not only were they blunt, they were burnt. A man with attachments. Child. Ice Macchiato said Kendall triggered a little emotion out of me, but I was so happy he was leaving, and Lucinda was more upset than Garby. That's the thing. I really thought that Garby would have been Lucinda. But do you guys think that maybe Garby couldn't shed a tear because she was disappointed? Because he cried. And he was like, I can't look at Garby because I know she's disappointed in me. And I was like, oh, Kendall. And now I'm just like, is he right? Did she get the ick when he lost? Did she get the ick? Did she get the ick when he lost? I'm happy she's free, but now her partner is Casey. Ciao. Nicole said, Kendall didn't move me personally, but I think it's sad that he felt the need to use this show as a redemption for himself after season 6. He just needs to be confident. Yeah, here's the thing, guys. Kendall still doesn't know who he is. And I feel like he's not going to find himself until late in his 30s. I think it's going to take him that much time because of his environment, probably where he went to school, I think he's always been an imposter or always had imposter syndrome. I think he's always had to put on some kind of mask. I don't think he's yet settled in his skin. Nasby said, Nikki, don't tell me you be out here ready to give Kendall your vote in the SAG. Oh, absolutely not. But he did get me when he said I can't look at her because I know that that I disappointed her. And I was like, oh. Oh, y'all throw your tomatoes. I can't stand y'all. Sarah, you're normally a sweetheart. Ray's Roof said Lucinda trying to steal Garby's thunder. She's so weird. That's the thing. I think that Lucinda is Garby's hooda. I think she's very jealous of Garby. Very, very jealous. Hannah said, I was tickled during his speech. I wanted to laugh so badly. You and Tyreek. Eva Empathy said, Kendall just made me uncomfortable. LOL. I'm happy you have a bigger heart than me. Black Healer said, Kendall got you with the fake breakdown. I don't believe it. He was crying for himself in his Lulu. Tomatoes. Obviously, me. Toya, are you moving furniture? Are you moving furniture? My God, today, what are you doing? You are so loud.
Loud.
Lord, I keep on trying to speak over it, but I'm like, is she moving the couch up the stairs?
Okay.
Obviously.
He's just as dramatic as the girl that got hit.
Toya, you know what? Obviously, me said when he said he couldn't even look at Garby in the face because he was disappointed. I was like, here, damn, he got me he got me in that moment, guys. Just that little, but I'm back. Pseudo said, Henny, Kendall is just an actor.
No, I did not.
Y'all are not believing him. Oh no. Tia B said, I love the Star family. We're so balanced with our reaction. Child, y'all did not fall for it. Marie said, Kendall did get me too. I love a good competitor, and he put his all into it. I don't like him as a person, but dang, he fights hard every time. Listen, I will give him that. I did not think he was going to be good in these challenges at all, but he did really, really good. Springtime said, all I heard was him say he couldn't look. Oh, okay. I can't stand y'all. Art World said, Andrea saying, sorry, Garby, was too slick for me also. You know what? This is the first time I've seen Andrea as cutthroat. But I was like, ooh, this girl is cutthroat. Nicole said, I don't think his breakdown was about Garby. This was another hit to his ego. Good perspective. He needs to go to therapy and learn how to stop giving and learn to stop living for the approval of others. All right. Travailing. And I'm like, why are you crying? You're one of the reasons why he's there. Like, you voted for this. So what are we talking about? All we heard you say was, "Oh, I don't want to poke into that. He's one of my very best friends." Yeah. And that's it.
Your impersonations are great.
You weren't cussing them people out. You weren't saying absolutely not. Let's find somebody else. No, we didn't get none of that. A Wonderful Life said, I think Justine understands Garby is our competition. So if she can compete against Nicola in the end, why not help her out? Maybe. She did. I think her mask dropped. And I don't think she knows it. I think her mask dropped. Ty Honey said, I want Lucinda going so bad. She has to go to the next episode. It's becoming insufferable. The Kendall stuff is icing on the cake to her poor gameplay and male-centeredness. Here's the thing. I think if the biracial brigade is able to put if any of them win any challenge on the next episode, and a girl has to duel, it won't be Justine because I think Ty is going to save her. I think it will be, it won't be Gabby. Yeah, those guys are going to keep their partners. If anything, I think it's absolutely going to be Sydney because, it might be Garby again. It might be Garby again. I think if it's ever left, if like Garby is gone and Lucinda is left and she does have to compete, and if the biracial brigade, if they pick if they have the power, they will put her against Sydney. But if they don't get power couple, Lucinda will be put in. And I think she might go after somebody who's going to take her out, go against somebody who's going to take her out. Sophie Chats a lot said, look how Kendall treated Garby after that spit competition. Yeah, you know what? Y'all reminded me. Emmy said Kendall ain't seeing Ish beyond the show. Oh, yeah, he was definitely lying, but it was cute. Ray's Ruth said Kendall been taken out by black men, and Wigga Alliance is amazing. Oh, Lord. Sarah said Kendall is for the girls. Of course, his bestie is Lucinda. Wasn't he bestie? Yeah, he was. They loved him on season 6. He got his walk down. Obviously, me said I'm the same way. Walking on my tippy toes because the bottom of my feet don't like a lot of surfaces. We're fine with that with you, but with Kendall, very Caucasian coded. Nasby said the close up for the men's duel had me wondering how Josh has more lips than Kendall. Because at least those lips have willfully touched a black woman. Hannah said the way producers set this episode, especially the end, they are painting Garby as the villain and the other Islanders will turn on her. And they will lose. Because our girl is a strong competitor. Emmy said, we need Drew and Kim. Yeah, I'm going to try to get them on next time. Marie said, I hated how Lucinda was like with we're all friends, don't fight people for the duel. Ma'am, look at where you are on this game show. Why do they all forget this? Yep. I can't wait for it to be her. Yeah, she's going to have to couple up with him. And the guys do not see him as competition. I'm scared for our girl. Asa C said it wasn't a power couple, only pair for the squad. Okay, so maybe they won't get anything. Nicole said, yeah, I think they're not giving Ty Toby power because they know it was a little unfair to have. Okay. Okay. Thumbs up the video, family. Thank you. Miranda said, kindergarten Braid spent his whole life. My mom read that. Yes, all natural said, I hope they send in bombshells who are good competitors who can compete with Johnny so Garby can win. See, that's the thing. I don't want any more Lucindas. I want them sending in gladiators. Send in Johnny's and Gabby's every time. We need gladiators. Springtime saying, they're saying Justine was tiring Nicole out before. Here up. Here for it. Ty Honey said, I think Toby will snatch up Garby if he's smart. That's the only way she'll be safe. Because he's sick of Sydney. And she don't realize it. She does not realize that man got the ick. When she told them the alliance business, he got the ick with her. Toby is not the same. She's always going to him for a kiss. He's doing none of that with her. Hey, Lisa Skanklow, how are you? Kimberly said Ty will go for Garby. Justine was not rooting for Garby. Ty will go for Garby. Justine was not rooting for Garby, so Ty could try to put them against each other for him. Oh, that's an angle. All Natural said maybe there was going to be a power couple because probably. Arcada said it must be crazy because I thought Isaiah would give Nicola her first kiss in the villa when marking for the duel. You know what? That would have been too diabolical, though. At least for Zay. Obviously, me said the power couple reward for Ty and Toby should have been the girls that they couple up with. Yeah, that would have been something. That would have been something. Thank you, Lisa Skanklow. Alexis said Ty and Toby don't have power couple because the rules were the team where the highest average from all team members would win. So there was no, okay. Arcade said, if Justine or Garby don't win, I will want Andrea to take it. You know what? I think if it's not Justine or Garby, I want it to be Sydney. Here's the thing. Sydney won me over with Johnny is going to be on Love Island 80. I've been laughing at that all day. She's my third. She is my third. Hey, thank you for being here, Selenia. Arcada said stealing the money is crazy unless it's a new bombshell that didn't. Yeah, it is, but that is going to happen with Johnny. And poor Gabby don't know that. Kim Zodiac Wig is in the street. Where are these housewives pages coming in here? What are y'all watching? What did y'all just come from? Springtime said, I'm not hungry when it comes to Josh and Andrea dry bread. Molly Dolly said, it's getting towards the end. Andrea will probably start showing her more competitive side. She was a whole bodybuilder and she was always slick. Listen, I'm fine with it. I am fine with it. Listen, he's playing the game. I'm fine if he wins because it's just like he's earned it. Johnny's been playing since he's walked in that villa. Arcada said, yes, they do. He's a threat to them. He's not a threat to him. KD said Johnny was loyal to the guys in season 1. He just had a bad rep with the women. Was he? I don't remember that. I think he's going to go for Toby. Because I feel like he could. I feel like he feels like he can beat Tyreek, but I don't think he feels like he can beat Toby. E for Empathy said, I honestly feel like Tyreek is going to turn on Johnny ASAP and maybe even Toby. Only one can win. I think Johnny. I think Johnny's going to go for them. I think when he gets Josh out, they're next. Raj said, I think Ty watched the season 1 game on his Twitch, so I think he knows how Johnny moves. Okay, hopefully. Nas B said, I like to see how Josh would move in a power couple. He seems to operate on certain principles that other men don't. I want to see how he operate when put in sticky position before of having power. Here's the thing. I think before this duel, Josh would have moved differently. Now that he knows the guys are out for him, he's absolutely going after Johnny. I think in any power position, he is going after the biracial brigade. Jimmy said, this reminded me of old school episodes of The Challenge. It really, really did, especially with Josh and Kendall. Jay said, all the Hitler Youth parents in Love Island comment section are trying to pin Garby as doing it intentionally and demonizing Garby. We all know why that is. Yeah, we all know. So let's not give him no energy. Matt Hatter said, yes, Kendall is very close to the BTV cast. Even Serena, Beyond the Villa cast, even Serena was in his comments making fun of him for being messy. Yeah, listen, he gets the girls as his friends. Selena said, I like Justine, but she already won last season. Let another woman win. Here's the thing. I understand that, and I could be here for that if the women were playing the game. If it's not Justine, let it be Garby. Those are the only women who are actually playing the game. And the reason why I wanted to be Justine, even though she's already had a win, I feel like she's also strategizing. Garby is a great competitor. That's why she's still here. Garby isn't strategizing. She thinks that these people are her friends. And I'm like, girl, you got to play the game. Justine and Johnny are the same thing. These two are playing the game and they're being very strategic. So, of course, I would love another woman to get a win, but she got to play the game for me. I don't want to just give it to her because Justine got one already. If Justine gets another one, she deserved it. Ty Honey said, quiet as a cat, Justine seduced Ty, LOL. It's already paying off. Listen, use what you got to get what you want. Raj said, by the way, I found out today that Tyreek is my second cousin. Oh, my gosh. Oh, Lord, we got to watch what we say in here now. Art World said, Ty fall in love. I just knew he was going to send Justine to the duel. Listen, I think these two might actually be it, y'all. I'm like, are they falling for each other? But you know what? I feel like Justine is the kind of woman that Ty, I'm not saying he would need, but I think that's the kind of woman that would keep his attention. Because she don't play. She does not play. And I don't think he's used to women giving him consequences. So we'll see. Hey, Jess. Just said exactly, Selenia. Justine needs to go. She already won. But if nobody else is playing the game, why does she deserve to win? So we're gonna not let her win, even though she's playing the game very well, because she already won. That doesn't make sense. Now, if somebody is competing and out competing her, this is theirs to win. But if they're not, our girl is going 2 for 2. Naturally Mars said Ty and Justine. Oh, they are. That's what everybody's been calling them on threads, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You think they're going to link up? Now, that would be a power couple if they link up. Peace, Love, and Soul said, I think Ty and Toby are going to have some sort of advantages in the next coupling. Hopefully. Nasby said, if Lucinda was done the way they did Nicola, she would have went off. I await Lucinda's exit from the villa anxiously. Devonta said, Justine ain't going nowhere. Not on my watch. Why you got a problem with her winning again? That's the way the show has done her. She deserves all the awards. I agree. Ty Honey said, I don't care how many times I still want Justine to win, but I'm okay if she doesn't. That's the thing. Like, she already got to win. So if she doesn't win, I'm okay. But if she's playing this game, give it to her. Like, not give it to her. She earned it. She snatched that win. Good for her. That would be dangerous. That would be dangerous. Jimmy said, better Justine win than Andrea, Sydney, or Lucinda. You know what? Like I said, if it's not Justine or Garvey, I want it to be Sydney. Just that Justine and Johnny shouldn't even be there. They had last season. This isn't Love Island Games redemption. It's not. But again, if they couldn't get anybody available, they had to get who they could get. I honestly think that they brought Johnny back because of how they screwed him over season 1. He should have. He's not wise enough to know that was his best lock-in to win. Pseudo said, well, I'm glad Josh messed up his alliances. I messed up. His alliances are weak and Justine with it. Yeah, you're right. Molly Dolly said, it made sense for Ken and Josh to duel based off the conversation of Ty being mentored by Johnny. They can't even use Josh as a means to form an alliance with Andrea. I think Toby is the backup. We're about to see, child. Devonta said, it's about ratings, people. That's why Johnny and Justine are there. They're doing their jobs as bombshells and competitive. Sophie said, yes, that was not a challenge. They shouldn't. They should not. That's dangerous. Cindy said, I'm sick of the hate. Everyone could see that was an accident, period. Yeah, but you have to realize people like that who are trying to cause confusion and make something that people really enjoy, turn it into something that is stressful and not enjoyable for those people anymore. They are the people who get off on making people miserable. They love that. So that fan base has now come. They're trolling this. So this is what's happening here. We talked about it in like my previous slides before, that we're in the season of the troll. So they're trolling because they like to see people's reactions to them. Like, they get high off of stealing your joy. So that's why I was just like, let's not give it to him. Let's not give it to him. The first Freddy Krueger, dating myself. Okay, Ann. I will never forget at the end where the lead, Freddy was chasing her, and the lead had had enough. And she looked at him and she said, bring my family back, with all the strength and power in her body. Turned around, opened that door, and I guess because she no longer feared Freddy or gave him her energy, he evaporated. Because he tried to get her, and when she opened that door, he could not get her. He was gone, and he was never able to torment her again. Like, in the end, he got his lick back. But that has always sat with me, because when she stopped fearing him, when she stopped giving him energy, when she realized that he was chasing her because she was who was important in this, she had the power. When she realized that, she stopped giving it to him, and he could no longer survive with her not fearing him, not believing in him, and not giving her his power. So please do not give them Freddy Krueger's your power. Don't do. That's how they survive. Don't give it to them. That's it. That's it, guys. I agree with that. Ty Huddy said it clicked for me today that Johnny has come on strong to make sure his victims, partners, don't take all the money for themselves in the end. If it's strictly a partnership, he could lose. Oh, he's being very strategic. Betty said Johnny is not splitting Tweedledee and Tweedletoe. Is not splitting Tweedletie and Tweedletoby. They've been friends since they were like 12. If he does manage to split them, I'll be very impressed. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to split them. I think he will have them duel against each other. If he doesn't do it, the show will. Art World said, I think Johnny doesn't want to go after Josh because he wants Josh to take Ty and Toby out. Guys, I think she could win with him. With him being in this alliance, I think she could win with him. KG said Toby's an athlete. He just gives Cabbage Patch Kid energy. No, he's a footballer. Oh, Ty was a footballer as well. He does not have an athletic build at all. He doesn't give me athlete. Toby definitely gives me athlete. Katie said, but Garby speaks English with an accent. Oh, of course. She's not American. So of course you're gonna have an accent. She's so cute. She's such an adorable little Gen Z doll. Ray absolutely brought Imani down. If he would have listened to her, he would have won. Alexa said Johnny will go after Isaiah next. Isaiah put Johnny in a duel with Chris, therefore endangering him. Johnny is taking down Josh's team one by one, and Kendall and Chris, and Isaiah is team Josh. I think Johnny's going to focus on Josh because Johnny thinks that he cannot win with Josh being in the game. And I think he's right. I think he's right. Drew, go to bed. Drew said it's going to be Josh and Johnny in the final duel. I think so too. Betty said Josh is on the shorter side for men. Seems like he overcompensates a lot, especially in the villa full of 6 foot plus men. He has some kind of chip on his shoulder, maybe being denied by women in the that could come into play. And said Josh's high-pitched Kermit the Frog voice is off-putting. I don't understand what you guys see in him. Do you guys not notice the voice? I noticed the voice, but the thing about it is I just still have a soft spot for Josh because his season was my intro into Love Island. I didn't watch any Love Islands until that one. That was my first Love Island, and I remember how he left, and I'm really happy to see him back because, where he left off in this journey was a really sad exit, y'all. So he has a little special place with me. Alexa said Andrea's Instagram handler put something on her stories 2 weeks ago saying she broke up with the boyfriend a few weeks before she went into the villa. Since it was being brought up online, no one believed her. Listen, that's a true friend. A ride or die. Raj said, I think it's a sew and leave out because you can see her natural. Oh, it could be that. Or, guys, I think she could be clipping it on. A lot of women are doing that now. Clipping on their wigs and just taking out a little bit of the edges. Those are sew-ins? I would not bring a sew-in to Fiji. Guys, you know why I don't think these are sew-ins? We never see them patting. With a sew-in, we will always see them patting. We never see them patting. Oh, it was? I didn't know the challenge was back. Raj said, I think Garby should team up with Isaiah, especially with Lucinda. That's not going to happen. Give me each other said, I commented that before. The producers are very reckless with these young. Oh, they always are. That's why I keep on telling y'all, I will never do reality TV. Unless I'm the executive producer, I'm not doing reality TV. The way they chew these people up and spit them out, I would never put my image in the hands of a reality TV show producer. Absolutely not. So that's why they got to get them young people. They don't know no better. You are giving your IP to these people, and they're going to do whatever they want with it and make so much money off of you. And your non-union, non-industry behind will get peanuts. Absolutely not. Tosh said, I have TBI, and all it takes is one hit to the head, and oh my gosh. Child.
I pray she's okay.
Yeah, I mean, they would have given us an update or something if it was like really that bad, but it was bad enough for her to leave at that moment. Cameron said Nicola got hit upside the head with a 10-pound ball and saw her first. Listen, yikes. Betty said, I keep saying that male dual competitors shouldn't get to watch the girls compete if they haven't competed yet because they can figure. Yeah, but this show has always been male centered. Ashley said, I do not want Casey and Garby together. I'd rather she take Toby from me too. That could probably happen because Toby is cool on Sydney. Ashley said, no, even the men struggle with those balls. That was a hard hit. Kimberly said, it is the neck. Yes. Yeah, she was giving Barbie. She's so adorable. The only coupling I will entertain is Garby and Toby. And that'll be good for her because Toby is a strong competitor and she has somebody in an alliance. Well, yeah, said Tyreek made me proud today. I don't know what was going. I didn't know what was going to go on I don't know what's going to go on Thursday, but I'm gonna claim him today. I feel bad for Garby though because the Love Island community is cutthroat. Screw them. Screw them. Mad Hatter said, I am glad that Garby didn't continue to cry for Kendall. I think she'll be fine after the villa with letting that connection fizzle out. You know, I think she's gonna let that fizzle out too because I think our girl got the ick. Pseudo said Johnny just had a Charlie horse and it was the final. I think he'll work through it. Black Healer said the only challenge that I want the contestants to protest is the big. Oh, that's sick. Haas said Lucinda was already trying to push a narrative about Garby, so the accident is just something for people to latch onto. And I hope she don't allow it. Betty said Twitter's on Garby's side for the most part. Oh, good. It's TikTok and Instagram and apparently Reddit that are Team Nicola and view Garby as a mean girl. Who cares? Give Me Shelter said on TikTok, a creator found the demographics of Love Island social media managers. I think you could put up what was putting down. I'm only here to support you going forward. Thank you so much. But that's not shocking. That's not shocking. They never hire us to do the social media, but they always pimp out our influence to get them ratings. Oh, it's a British thing. Why are they always holding it? Is it itching? Ha said, as long as Garby and Justine make it to the end, I don't too much. Me either. I'm not rooting for the men at all. Give Me Shelter said, I think people are so shocked because they regard anti-Blackness as just an oversight and not applied systematically. No one knows more about the effects of racism more than racist. Yeah, I don't think that anybody who's being racist towards Garby doesn't know how it affects her. They don't care. It looks like a clip-on wig. It looks like he has to lay that down every morning. Betty said, it's not new. Every season, Black women get mistreated, hence lawsuits, but annoying that season after season, we have this uphill battle with Black women giving Mean Girl edit. Last season, popularity made it worse as the viewership expanded. Guys, it's going to be like this for the remainder of this administration. Hate to break the news to you. Mad Hatter said, now they've upset Josh knowing that Kendall probably couldn't beat him. Listen, one of them is going to have to take out Josh. It's the only way. And I'm telling you, when Johnny puts Tyreek or Toby against Josh, he's going to be like, y'all got to take him out. Y'all got to take him out. We'll see if they're dumb enough to believe him. Art World said, Josh is competing to save his clients. How would he be looking? Yes, true. That's very true. Pseudo said, I think he'll actually keep Toby and Tyreek around to bank on having someone worse for the jury or audience to vote on. Oh, that might be a good strategy. Ha said, that's why Ty and Toby need to get Johnny first. They just can't. Yeah. We'll see. Mad Hatter said, the crazy part is only Johnny really could take out Josh. The public, yes, is living for Josh and Andrea. So he can't get them out of the way either. Yep. If it's up to America, Josh is staying in that house. Art World said, I hope someone asked Kendall why he needed a protective style. Thank you. That hairstyle is so unnecessary. He did not need to do that. The Whitney edit said, hey, y'all, just tuning in live. I will definitely be replaying. But poor Garby, she won, but it was a battle for her. The girls are jealous. They can't beat her. So they're always going to do their best to send her in. But Garby has shown she will be victorious every time. My girl. Betty said Garby naturally gives Barbie doll, while blonde, blue-eyed Lucinda, who was propped up in society as beauty standards, has had to pay for her Barbie looks at a minimum filler. So yes, she's her hoodlum. Oh, absolutely. Hey, Janelle, thank you for being here. The Whitney Edit said, I want Lucinda out of here, but I think my Gabby and Andrea are top on my list. This is the thing. Lucinda going against Andrea is the only way, or Gabby. It's the only way. Yes, it is. This is the best. I tried this as a sample. What is it? Apple pie chai. I tried this as a sample at World Market. When I tell you, when I went there, I walked in to get my little sample because I always love their samples. Got my little sample of tea, drank it, went back, got another one, did a little bit of shopping, went back and got another one. My mom was like, Nikki, you just need to buy it. She was like, you cannot drink all these people's samples. Just buy the tea. It's so good. I love starting off my morning with this. It's so good. I haven't opened it yet, but I got enough to get me through the holiday season. But it's so good.
Republican tea is the good one.
Art World said, absolutely, Lucinda is jealous of Garby. Garby walking around looking like a 70s. Yeah, she's beautiful. And like naturally, she don't got to do nothing. Yasmin said, please not Garby. Let my girl rest. They're not going to let her rest. She's a beast and the girls are afraid of her. A beast in the competition. She's unbeatable. Devon said, Garby was looking good with the black and white. Yes, she was. The Whitney Edit said, I feel bad for Garby. I hope she does not have to partner up with Casey. She might have to, y'all. Ashley said, Lucinda is not going to survive against Garby or Justine. She's not going to survive against anybody but Sydney. Josie said, I hope Garby wins the next challenge. They need to give my girl a break from dueling. Me too. Me too. It might be all they could get. Jordan said, physically, I don't think Justine is worried about any of the girls. She's involved in all types of physical activities, from dancing to running hills of California to boxing. She's fit. Yeah, I don't think Justine thinks she has any competition. I think Justine's competition in her head are the men, and she's right. She's not worried about them girls. Betty said, I would love for Sydney to win, if not Garby or Justine, especially all she's been through with Isaiah. And she clocked Johnny. Andrea ain't fooling me with her redemption arc. Oh, that redemption arc fell quickly when she dropped that mask. Jordan says, Toby and Ty will put Johnny at risk. When that is flipped, I can't wait to see it. I want to see who's going to flip first. Is it going to be Johnny or is it going to be Toby and Tyreek? If Toby and Tyreek flip on Johnny, it was absolutely Toby's idea. I think Tyreek is just in love with Johnny and how he leads. Like, I feel like if Tyreek could be anybody, it would be Johnny. Like, he's so enamored with him. Toby isn't. Josie said, Sydney gives absolutely nothing. She's interested as a piece of toast. Oh, Lord. Betty said, Johnny definitely thinks he can beat Toby. Toby got washed last season by Caleb. Oh, you're right. Even though Toby's been in the gym, he's no competition for Johnny. Neither is Ty. His only competition is Josh. Yep. Yeah, and I think Johnny knows that. Jordan says Johnny is so butthurt. He has lost to Justine 2 times. He can't stand it. If he was smart, they would have formed a friendship couple. Yep. Ashley said, if Justine deserves the win, let her win, period. She set the tone for these games. She needs to be hosting them. Dwayne said, producers will never let Johnny and Justine team up. I agree with you there, because I always thought, why didn't y'all just link up? They would have been too powerful. Lavender Girl said, let her win twice. Love to see it. If she deserves it, give it to her. Nicole said, if Garby and Toby get together, I could see them making it to the finale. Me too. Jordan says, sorry, but the only person I want to win is Justine. This ain't no participation trophy situation, period. Mad Hatter said it should be the best player win who isn't a horrible person. So I don't know why people are okay with Justine winning out of the girls. It's because she already has a win, but I'm not counting her wins. I'm going off of how people are playing this season. And them girls ain't playing. Justine is. Ephraim said, I think Ty likes her. I think he just can't stop being a manipulator. It's so weird because I'm just like, this could actually work. Like, this may actually work for them. It's so weird because I feel like what's happening with them, there's a power struggle. And that relationship cannot work if Justine is not leading it. It cannot work. So there's a power struggle there. Like that relationship only works if Justine is the wisdom and the vision, and Tyreek is the muscle. How every relationship should be, child. But I think they're going to have an issue because Tyreek thinks he's smarter than he is. And when he realizes that he's not smarter than Justine, they may be able to be a successful couple. Pseudo said Justine can win 100 and I wouldn't care. This is games, period. Obviously, me said, I feel like Josh's attachment to Andrea is going to bite him in the A and get him eliminated because he's choosing the connection over the game, and Andrea will leave him behind. Yeah, that's going to happen. He's going to leave this show heartbroken. Mad Hatter said, this is the competition show. Plenty of times people win multiple times or come to defend their titles. I don't know why people are making a big deal out of this. Nicole said, I actually think Andrea is playing the game as well. Absolutely. Andrea has been careful to stay out of everyone's good side and put her man up for a duel, but still come out with no bad blood. Yeah, she's playing a great game. Art World said, Johnny and Justine were needed this season. Well, you needed some names because they couldn't get nobody from season 7. They could only get Kendall from season 6. They needed some names. Ephraim said, Love Island and Love Island games are the Super Bowl for me. Sometimes the same team wins multiple times. Best team should always win. Agree. Jordan said, Casey has been on Love Island on UK 3 times already and won just a few months ago. Why is nobody complaining about that? Clock it. Ashley said, without Justine and Johnny, no one will be watching. Let's be honest. I have to agree with you there. You have to have names. You have to have names. Yeah, that's what we're in. People are literally trolling other people, stealing their energy, stealing their joy for profit and visibility. Mad Hatter said, it's called games for a reason. It's not a challenge type show, and they are making people more competitive, which is the point of the show. Yeah, I'm telling you, next season, I want all competitors. I don't want a Lucinda, no shade. I don't want a Sydney. Oh, wait, I don't want a Lucinda. Shade, intended shade. I don't want a Sydney, no shade. I want competitors. I want Johnny's and Justine's and Garby's next season. Holistic said, Gabby also won before. Why are you not saying she shouldn't win again? Was it games though? What did they win? Was it money at the end? Oh, there's always money at the end of Love Island. Yeah, why is nobody bringing up them? Amani said, I love that I popped in all late and I am like, who is in the background? Oh, are you talking about my fam? Janelle said, Nikki, will you be reviewing the Golden Bachelor? Yes, me and Mama Star will be reviewing the Golden Bachelor. We are going to do that live on Friday, late afternoon. Art World said, yep, I love Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I used to binge and watch those on Friday and Friday the 13th movies during the week of Halloween. Yes. So good. It's still so good to this day. Don't feed them. That's how they win. Don't feed them. A lot of these people who have big platforms, i.e. our president, got that because they were trolling and they were shocking and they fed off of people's attention. And they got so much attention and power that they were able to get these very high platforms. And they cannot stay in them platforms unless they are eating off of you. They need they need your energy to survive. They need your shock. They need your misery. They need your pain. They need all of that to survive. So they'll keep on doing things to steal your joy. Don't give it to them. Jordan said, Golden Bachelors is nuts. Talking about he wanted the woman between 45 and 60. And he looks 80. Kay Pratt said, I think it's because season 6 gave us a glimmer of Black women being protected and it made us feel hopeful that maybe things would change. Oh, Absolutely understand that. Ashley said, let's be so honest. Ray was never going to win against Johnny or Jack in season 1. You got a point. K. Pred said, things are so tough that when it finally seems like maybe there will be a slight improvement, seeing backlash is horrible. And yet this is also an allegory for what's happening in our country. Yeah. Listen, everything is political. Even a game show. Art World said, I had to find Ty's page to see if he was any good at soccer or football because he looks so weak. He does. Is he good? Toya.Star said, thank you everyone for liking and sharing the video. To like this video, please click the thumbs up button. Thank you, Star family, and thank you, Toya.Star. Art World said, Josh has a special place for me also. Also, he was a really sweet guy on his season. He wasn't. I don't remember him being this intense. Josh is scaring me a bit. I gotta be honest there. Ashley said, I would do a sew-in if it matched my hair texture. That's true. For me, I still wouldn't do a sew-in because I would be patting my scalp, even in the challenges. Arcada says, does anyone the beef between season 3 Love Island cast and production? They don't follow anyone from season 3. They brought Josh back, but still don't follow him, apparently. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, they're fun together. They are fun together. Jay King said, Josh is the only guy that can give Johnny a real challenge. That's a finale matchup. I agree. KG said, y'all, can we get the live to 200 likes before Nikki says good night? Thank you. Let's get it to 200. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Springtime says, AD with Toby being his bestie, he respects. And with Toby being his bestie, he respects Justine. True. What's his purpose said for the chat tomorrow? Do you want us to DM you topics? No, I'm going to bring up topics. You just let me know in the chat. Just let me know in the chat. I hate to be that girl, but if it's a lot of people, super chatting will probably be better. So I could see it right away. But just drop it in the chat. We'll talk about everything. Jess says Josh is a lover boy, so I'm not surprised he's going so hard on Andrea. Yeah, he is definitely a lover boy. Listen, at some point, every empire has to die. Hey, Amani. Amani said, yeah, I think Josh maybe came on to prove he isn't a pushover because of his season. Maybe. Matt Hatter said, apparently the Golden Bachelor's dad was a player no, here's the thing. The reason why they made such a big deal about that is because everybody hated The Bachelor. And now they wanted the Golden Bachelor. And now everybody wants to be like, oh, he's also a black guy. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. Drew, I told you to go to bed. Drew said everybody needs to do the thumbs up like, come on, start there. Thank you, Drew. As soon as I get over here, I will sleep. Where are we at? Drew, where are we at with the likes? How many likes, Toya.Star?
78.
We're at 78 likes.
Yeah, we're not. And we have almost 300 people.
Got 156 likes.
Yeah, because I'm like, wait a minute, I know the Star family better. Star family, we have 255 people in the chat.
No, we have almost 300 people.
We have almost 300 people in the chat, and we have 100 and what, Mom?
156.
156 likes. Let's like the video.
Let's like the video.
Drew said, I may have left the studio, but I never left the live. Devonta said, awesome chat. See you tomorrow night for just chatting. Yeah, that's going to be fun. I want to try to bring Drew in for that. Drew and the Star family in for that one on certain topics. We will see.
Oh, y'all will have a time with Drew.
Drew says, Star fam comments got me caught up in all of this. I'm invested. You should have saw the way he was screaming at my TV watching this episode of Love Island, and he didn't know who anybody. He don't know none of the characters.
But that's how you suck mommy in. That's
yeah.
the same way.
Very, very, very true. 7:30 p.m. same time. I want to do all the lives in the evening are going to be at 7:30 p.m. for the remainder.
Do the Star family know how to like the video?
Thumbs up please thumbs up the video
But
for
they
my
know
mom.
how to get to the thumbs up.
Mom, tell me how to do it.
Okay, so on the live chat, on your right hand side there is an X. You click the X, and the chat will go away, and you will have the likes button.
Do you hear Mama Star?
And that's on the left.
Wow.
You hit the like button, the thumbs up button, and then hit the live chat back, and it'll come back up.
On the computer, you just hit the thumbs up, and it's right there on the computer.
Yes. Thank you, Star Fam. Arcade said Nicola and Chris belong together after all. Messy. Messy Arcadis. You are messy. Like it up, everyone. Good night. Good night. Good night. I'm going to head out of here. Guys, I want to be over 200 likes by tomorrow morning. I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow for Just Chatting. Bye. Oh, Thursday's episode is going to be a